MovieWeb.com.
So I read that the first two movies you actually rented when you were a kid were the first two Friday the 13th.
Isn't that bizarre?
So like, what was just like actually getting this role and just that whole kind of cycle of watching that was the first thing you rented when you were a kid and going to play Jason?
It's really, it's almost as if you crawled into your TV. It's really weird. Like everything's kind of happening now with the all the attention from the part. It's as if like I crawled into TV and my balance between reality and fantasy have now meshed together. I don't know the difference between the two. So
Yeah.
it's pretty great.
So I also read that like was it part 4 I believe that you had a kind of a connection with that too because of alopecia and stuff like that.
Yeah. I love part 4. I had an emotional connection because the part where Corey Feldman came down the stairs and he shaved his head to look like younger Jason. There's little patches of hair here and there. Mm-hmm. That's actually, for those of you who don't know, I have a disorder called alopecia, which I don't grow a whole lot of hair. I don't shave at all or anything like that. Mm. But when he came down the stairs, at the time, that's what I looked like. My hair was falling out in patches, and so I had little tufts here and there.
Yeah.
And when I saw the movie, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like a younger version of Jason. We look similar. Wow. Okay, so now it's so wild as an adult going full circle and being able to play the character. It's really bizarre.
So can you talk a bit about like the first day on the set and like getting into this garb and putting the mask on and all that kind of.
The first time it was funny because Brad Brew, the behind-the-scenes director, was around with the DVD camera. He goes, "Hey man, I want you to feel comfortable when we shoot this. If there's places you don't want me to shoot, let me know." I'm like, you know what? I'm a fan. I'm like, I want to know everything about this. I go, so for the DVD, I want this to be all access. So whenever you want, come over and shoot me. He's like, okay. Which I later learned to regret when I'm, talking in a high-pitched voice, trying to kick a tree limb, over my head, like, yeah. Hey, what's going on, Brad? Good thing you caught that one. Sure. No, he's a great guy. But the first time Brad was actually there when I put them, I think they have it on the, I'm sure they have it on the, for a fact, it's on the DVD, where it's so funny when I talk about the character, like, in my normal speech pattern, I speak much slower. And like when I do these interviews, I get really excited and passionate about the character. Yeah. So when I first put the makeup on the first time, my speech pattern is 100 miles an hour. My voice is higher. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. Derek, what's it like to wear the makeup? And like, all my tough guy image was just thrown out the door. So, I mean, it's going to be great revealing to the fans, what it's like, being a fan playing the character. But I don't know. I'm waiting to hear what people's reactions are.
So, like, I was actually like when I was on the set, it was actually Friday the 13th. It was supposed to be the last day of shooting.
That's right.
I think they had like one more day left, so it was actually probably the most fun I've been on a set, and like it was really everyone was just having a blast, and it was really close to the end of the shoot. So was that whole shoot just kind of like that, with real high energy?
It really was. It was so much fun. I mean, we were thrilled to be working on such an iconic series. But the cast and crew, we all genuinely want the film to be good, and we're fans of the series. Yeah. So it was more of a passion project. They come over with a machete and like, yeah, what do you think about this? I'm like, oh, I like it. Well, we can do whatever you want, man. Can we put a weight on this end so it counterbalances the way so when I swing it's not top heavy? Whatever you want. Well, let me do it. It was really, really great, and the cast. Out of this world. We're all still friends. We all genuinely like each other, and I made some really lasting relationships. It's great.
So can you talk about like just working with that cast, and like I remember you were talking about like your actual like presence as like a stuntman on the scene, and that kind of how that helped out a lot of the fight scenes with Jared especially and stuff like that. So can you talk a bit about that?
It was wild because through my career I bounced between acting and stunts, and for Friday I was hired as an actor, and the stunt background helped out a lot because when it comes to, of course, doing my own stunts, I could do that, and also just the physical body awareness. My background's in a lot of like martial arts, and I do MMA as a hobbyist. Yeah. But it helped out, the spacing and the timing, and helping, work with some of my fellow actors. I mean, we had, Kurt Bryant, the stunt coordinator, who was there the whole time. It was fantastic, but little tweaks here and there, like working with Padalecki. Like the fight scene at the end by the wood chipper, man, there are some guys who get it, and there's some guys who don't get it. Padalecki is just a natural talent. He was such a physical talent that he was better than some of the stunt professionals, like the trained martial arts stunt professionals that I've worked with.
Oh, wow.
Because his timing and his sense of the camera, really, really good. So it was a real treat to work with Jared.
Yeah. I mean, I loved the movie when I saw it in theaters, so I have to wonder what your favorite kill was.
And the new one, or the series in general?
Well, both actually.
Okay. The series in general would be the sleeping bag kill, the slamming against the tree, which is brutal. I love that.
Yeah.
And the feature that we just did, I'm gonna say the Aaron Yu scene inside the tool shed.
Yeah.
Where with Chewie do the slow Saving Private Ryan, screwdriver through the face. What was wild fun fact about that was when we shot that. Aaron started gasping and then choking on this blood in this one take and just popping out of his mouth. Yeah. And when I threw him on the ground, they yelled "cut!" And I'm like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" He goes, "No, I was trying to inhale the blood into my sinuses because that would be awesome if I did that and have it come out." And I'm like, "What? That's horrible. That sounded horrible." No, it's gonna be great. I'm like, "All right, man." So he was committed 100%.
Oh man,
nasty.
I remember you were talking about when we were on the set. This one of the deck didn't quite give.
That took some healing to do. Yeah, the finale, the dream sequence, or the possible dream sequence when Jason comes up through the dock and I grab Amanda Rigetti.
Yeah.
There was the setup is I'm below the dock. I'm partially in water and I'm crouched down, and on a certain cue I pop up out of the breakaway deck and grab onto Amanda. So during one of the takes, I'm ready to go. My cue is set and action. I explode with all of my force to come up through this wood, which is supposed to break away, and of course it doesn't. And all I do is just compact my neck. I'm like, which is followed by a mother. God. The funny part of it was during this particular take, hearing Jared Padalecki up top going, "No, Amanda," and I think I heard something. We should get out of here. I was like, "Motherfucker, I don't believe it. We should get out of here. I don't think this is safe." And he's giggling and he runs away. I'm like, I don't know if that's on the DVD. Hopefully that will be on the DVD. Yeah. That would be hilarious. But he was teasing me galore. So, continuing the story, they fixed the boards. And they we scored it. Make little cuts in it so it'll break away easy. Derek, no problem. We got it this time. Awesome. Go back underneath and action. Unfucking believable! Are you okay? Give me a second. I kind of sink back down in the water and like, all right. And it's all within good fun because you hear, that you're tight with a cast and a crew when you hear that you actually get hurt and people are like, "Hey, Derek, are you okay? Is everything? I'm being professional again." But no, it was a lot of fun.
Nice. So, is there anything you can say about a sequel at all?
What I can tell you, it's funny. I find out most of my stuff from the internet, like everybody else.
Yeah.
But I actually talked to the producers about it. What they told me was it's still in the rumor status.
Mm-hmm.
The writers, Mark Swift and Damian Shannon, are back, and they're writing the sequel right now, and it hasn't been officially greenlit. So we're waiting for it to be greenlit. So hopefully I'll be asked back to reprise the role, and if so, I will be a very happy man.
Do you have any dream cast members that you'd like to kill in the sequel?
You mean like celebrities?
Yeah.
Not offhand. I don't know. Do you have any recommendations?
Oh, you have no idea.
I kept making jokes with Nick Manel, who was in the first one, who was the first one to die through the floor. Because when we shot the Friday the 13th originally in Austin, Nick was the first one to die in the film, I believe, if I'm right. Mm-hmm. But there were like scheduling problems, and Nick was basically there the entire time. Amanda Rigetti and I were scheduled to be there the longest out of everyone, but Nick was like for the entire shoot with us, though he had one of the smallest parts in the film. So there was an ongoing joke. We'd come back, we'd go out and shoot for a day, come back to the hotel, and Nick would be like, hey guys, you want to hang out? Hey, what's your name again? So I kept making jokes about for the sequel. You know what? You should come back as a sequel because we never actually see what happens to you. We should be around, or maybe have a twin brother.
There you go.
That way, I bet in the sequel, I think you should have a really small part and be there for the entire shoot again.
So, is there anything you can say about the Predators rumors?
Yeah, it's really weird. It's all this attention from the Jason character has been I've been acting for like not like it's like a teenage girl. I've been like acting for like no, I've been acting for 11 years now, but because of all the attention from the Jason character, it's wild that so many people know about me now, and it's wild hearing rumors about yourself. When I went to Drag Me to Hell premiere, they one of the reporters asked me like, "Hey, I heard a rumor from a very reliable source that your name was being thrown around for the Predators movie," and which I responded, "Really? That sounds awesome." And I go, "Could you thank whoever your reliable source is? Do they need money? Should I pay them for this? So I go, how do we make this happen?"
Yeah.
But no, I don't. I haven't any comment on it. I think it would be cool if it happened, but we'll see.
Yeah. So is there anything that you are kind of working on that you can talk about?
See, I feel bad because the one thing that I was doing is a super secret project that I can't talk about that was moving forward, and it's on pause right now. And if I talk about it, I don't want Hollywood thugs to come break my knees, but I got a couple different things coming up though. Coming up June 19th, I get to do a Game with Fame on Xbox Live where I'll be playing Call of Duty with fans.
Oh, cool.
Which is super awesome. I was trying to keep it cool, like when the Xbox asked me, like, "Hey, would you mind doing the Game with Fame and playing video games with fans?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds great." Inside, I'm like, "Woo, let's do this!" So that's coming out. I'm still doing improv comedy at Comedy Sports here in Los Angeles. I'm part of the main company, which is kind of it's really funny. It kind of blows people's minds. They're like, "Wait a second, you play all these bad guys and tough guys in films, but your background is improv comedy?" I'm like, you work with what you got.
Yeah.
So doing that and talks for other feature films, but it's a lot of it's kind of like Hollywood talk right now. It's like having meetings going, "Oh, Derek, you'd be perfect for this film," and the kid inside me going, "Yes, can we? When is this? Are we shooting this?"
Yeah.
It hasn't. We don't have a script yet, but you'd be great. I'm like, "Why don't you call me when it happens?"
Yeah.
So we'll see. Everything's been really great. If everything ends now career-wise, it's been a fantastic run. I've been very, very lucky. So it's been a blast.
Nice. So finally, for those who might not have caught this somehow in the theaters, like, what would you like to say to get them to pick this up on DVD next week?
Oh, if you're a fan of the series, the Killer Cut has some extended footage. If the regular theatrical cut wasn't enough blood, gore, and sex, it has more. And the Blu-ray is jam-packed. Though it's weird. It's titled as there's a track on it called Trivia Track, which you would normally expect it to be like, pop-up trivia about the film and the previous films. But what it actually is, I talked to Brad Baru, who shot the behind-the-scenes DVD camera. It's actually a picture-in-picture that runs throughout the entire film, where it does have trivia tracks, but it's basically a documentary. You'll see like him shooting footage of the exact same scene as is going on. They have oh my god, I'm trying to remember everything that's on it. Just a bunch of footage that plays throughout the entire film. There's on the Blu-ray, there's a 7 best kills, where it's from start to finish, from concept to execution of the different kills in the film, which is pretty great. There's a behind-the-scenes documentary, which I'm really proud of Brad for doing, and some is kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is.
And just real quickly, I talked to Kane Hodder about a month or two ago for a different movie, and he said he hadn't quite seen the movie yet, and he said he was going to that you're friends with him. And has he seen the movie yet? Has he talked to you about it yet?
I saw him like a month ago. At the time, he hadn't seen it yet.
Oh,
What are you doing, dude? Come on. He's really a great guy, and it's so fun, being friends with him. He was teasing me. He brought up a point. He goes, "Hey, so are you coming back for Friday too?" And I go, "I don't know, we'll see, And he goes, if you do, that'll separate you from the other guys, you'll be the only other one, besides myself to return for a sequel." And I go, "Yeah, but it's not like the 4 that you've done. You've done four the films." And he goes, "Oh yeah." And I go, "Ken, I got to tell you, I'm a competitive guy." and I go, I'll probably want to stay around for probably 5, and then I'll be done." And he started laughing. "Oh, you're a jerk." I go, "No, I'm kidding. It's just, he's got a great sense of humor, and it's just fun goofing around with the guys.
His name was Jason, and today is his birthday.